I got some good shit from when we land.
Wait, you're not like taking weed into Poland, are you?
Oh yeah,
Benji?
they don't give a shit about that stuff, man.
I think they very much do give a shit about
that.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this is a Holocaust movie, in a way. Making Holocaust movie, it feels like a trap almost. It's very easy to get self-indulgent, self-important. So how do you avoid this so-called trap?
Oh yeah, no, thank you for asking me. And to your question, it's something I was thinking about the entire time I was writing it. I was trying to figure out a way to tell a story about this theme, but without making it seem like another kind of very important kind of movie. To me, the solution was to tell a story of these two young men who, or two 40-year-old men, I guess, maybe I'm not young anymore, to tell the story of these two guys who have a very unusual relationship, and to focus on their relationship and not focus on the kind of the important, bigger themes of the movie.
Do you like Benji?
I very much liked playing him, but and you know, sometimes when you're playing the character, you have to justify why he does what he does. So it made perfect sense why he would, you know, do things like tell the tour guide that his tour is terrible. But when you say, do I like him? It's like when I watch the movie, it's a different perspective. There's a lot of somebody shut this guy up, somebody hit him. There's so many times where I find him just really obnoxious, and I don't understand why people would tolerate him. But playing him was like, oh, this guy's great, this is fun. There's like that line in the movie where the character Mark says like, forgive me if I don't see this magical spark. And usually when we've watched with an audience, like half the audience laughs, and that's because half the audience doesn't like this guy, and the other half do. And I'm sort of in the camp of not really liking him.
So you're not like him?
I'm not like him. No, no. I mean, sure, there's definitely, like with any character anyone plays, there's going to be some spillover, and, you know.
And this is a film about a tour, and you're the director, so in a way, you're almost like a tour guide.
Right.
Would you say that there are some similarities between these two jobs?
Yeah, exactly. So that's a really good question. And so when we were filming in Warsaw, we had a second camera unit that was just filming sites in Warsaw, because I wanted the movie to feel like a tour, because I'm an American, and the movie's kind of an American-Polish movie. I wanted it to feel like an American seeing this country for the first time. So you're seeing the old buildings, you're seeing buildings that were destroyed in the war, but you're also seeing huge modern life of Warsaw, which is, you know, a very vibrant city. You know, I wanted the movie to feel a bit like as though you're a foreigner on a tour.
Hey, we shouldn't have to pay for train tickets in Poland. This is our country.
No, it's not. It was our country. They kicked us out because they thought we were cheap.
You don't think that it's important to like your character in order to play him?
Well, let's be real. I don't really like myself that much, but I have to live with me, so I deal with it that way. So I think that's how I approach playing the character. And I also think that, like, I don't know, I say this too, like, no one should really like love themselves too much. I don't know if this is like a new thing that young people are doing. It's like, I learned to love myself. Like, don't love yourself. You should like respect yourself and understand yourself, but let other people love you. So I kind of take that approach to characters as well.
So how difficult was it to organize making a movie in Poland, being an American yourself?
It was difficult to film here, but luckily we had this amazing production company, Extreme Emotions. They just did Zone of Interest and Cold War, Ida, and they're the best company here. So we had access to everything we wanted to have access to the best crews, access to locations. It just took a really long time negotiating with the Majdanek camp in Lublin, because they're very sensitive about movies filming there. But no, we had a wonderful time working here.
You come across as a very spontaneous on screen, and I wonder, do you nevertheless do this analyzing work behind the scenes of what's my motivation,
No, I try not to, particularly with this character, because he is such a spontaneous guy. Like, I found when reading it that, like, even when I felt like I understood who the guy was, his responses to things would often surprise me. So he was very spontaneous. You think, like, just when you think you know how he's going to react to something, he does something completely different. So I didn't want to plan or prepare ahead of time. I didn't really want to read it. I would often show up on the day and go, what scene are we doing? And then learn the lines fast and just see how it comes out, because I really didn't know what, like, temperature it was, because that was the nature of the character. So yeah, no, it wouldn't have benefited me or the character to spend a lot of time laboring over it and analyzing.
We're not at the right station.
And you didn't wake me up.
Oh, you were having such a good nap, dude.
Jesus
you were like,
Christ, we were on a tour group with
I
people.
know, I just didn't have the heart to wake you up.
Some say that directing is casting. So how difficult was it to cast this movie, having in mind the fact that Kieran is so well cast?
Casting is a little bit of a lottery, you know, because you don't know how somebody's actually going to perform. And movies, especially the kind of movies I like, are completely dependent on acting, you know, because this is not a big special effects movie. I had known Kieran a bit. I had met him a few times in New York, and I just thought he's exactly right for this part. But even so, we still got lucky, because he came here and he just did such an amazing job, and he even portrayed the character in a way that was a little different than what was in my mind, but it was just superb.
Yeah, because I heard that initially you wanted to play Benji.
Right.
How would you have played him?
I would have played Kieran's role a little bit more angry, and Kieran, what he does so well is play it happy, light. It's so fun. It's always fun. It makes it so that the movie is really fun to watch. So I'm lucky he did the part.
Would you play David? And how would you play him? No.
I couldn't. I couldn't. And he was like, why? He goes, why? It's like the easiest part. I'm like, it's easy for you because you wrote it and you found a way to get in there. I could not play David. I would not know how to sit still in that part.
And how does it feel to be directed by Jesse and at the same time playing next to him?
Tough. Really, really tough. Because that's like the big faux pas. The big no. You do not tell another actor how they can be doing it better. Actors don't note actors, but he has this weird technicality of being the director. That was hard to do a scene with somebody who's looking at me and then telling me how I can do it better, and I don't get to respond and tell him how he could do it better. That was hard.
How do you direct Kieran? Because he seems so spontaneous. He seems difficult to direct in a way.
Yeah, Kieran is not like the typical actor. He doesn't like to stand on his marks, and he doesn't like to really have a lot of direction. So, but he's also really brilliant. And so, you know, I think like if there's one actor that doesn't need my direction, it's Kieran, because he's truly just spontaneous and wonderful.
Okay, so then how do you direct yourself?
For me, I just, I've been acting in my own writing for a long time. My background is in theater, where I'd write plays and I would act in them. And so with this movie, I kind of knew what I wanted to do as an actor, and then I would just do it and then not watch it.
Have you seen the film?
Yeah, exactly. While I was editing, I was like watching it for the first time, and I was just like hoping it looked okay.
So what do you expect from a film director?
To be honest, I was just talking about this the other day. Like, I've gotten really lucky with film directors. I have always had a really nice experience. I've done now, I think it's like 23 movies, and every single director I've had a great relationship with. But for some reason, theater directors, we go like this, and I still don't know what the science is behind that. I don't know why that is. I try to go in open and see how they do their thing. And I'm always ready if I think they're getting in or making my job difficult, but I've always been really lucky. Jesse was great. Like, it's his story. He had the right tone. I think I understood what he was trying to make, and I wasn't trying to mess with his work, and he wasn't trying to mess with mine. I don't know.
And do you feel that you're the kind of director you would like to work with as an actor?
Yeah, because as an actor, my favorite thing in the world is to have a very good script and then feel like I could just live in that world and not feel like I, as an actor, have to make the script better. You know, I write very carefully, and my background is in playwriting, and so I'm thinking about characters. And my hope is that when an actor comes on to a set of mine, I mean, I've only made 2 movies. I'm about to make my 3rd. My hope is that when an actor comes on set, they feel like they could just do their job. They don't have to worry about trying to correct the script.
And if you were a director, what piece of direction would you give to Jesse?
Someone asked me recently if watching him direct made me want to direct. I don't want to direct. But if I were to direct, I would like to do it exactly the way he did, because he had a really great approach with his crew and with his cast. He's in charge. He has this vision. He's making this movie, but he really wanted everyone's opinion, every department. He was like, we're all making this movie. He's like, it's his, but we're all making it. And that was a really nice tone to set.
What was your favorite place in Poland to film in?
It was great to film in every place in Poland because everywhere was so different. We were filming in the center of Warsaw, then we were also filming in the small town of Krasnostaw. I mean, it was really interesting to be able to film outside my family's home in Krasnostaw. So my family lived in this house that we filmed at up until 1939. And so we got to film at this house. It was pretty special.
I have to say, I very much like the way you show Poland in here. It's like very curious, but very warm at the same time.
Yeah.
But I wonder, were you afraid of hurting any feelings with the way you show the country?
Yeah, I was worried really just about one scene, which is the scene here in Warsaw, which is where there's a monument, and Kieran's character jumps on the monument and starts to take pictures. And I was worried that the scene might be disrespectful to the monument. But what I was trying to show in the movie, Kieran is this kind of American, kind of wild American character, and my character is very respectful. So my character stays down and says, it doesn't feel appropriate, isn't it bad to do that? I think when people watch the movie, they realize my character is speaking for the audience, worried about being disrespectful. But no, otherwise, I felt like I love this country so much, and I have nothing but admiration for everywhere we filmed. And so, no, I wasn't worried about anything else.